Hi everyone, welcome back to Rich Reviews. So today you join us in the X125e on the way up to Rhineland Lotus Bristol to collect our Lotus Emira following the final two issues having been resolved. And those final two issues are the door wind noise at motorway speed and the climate control not being able to sense the temperature correctly. So let's see what today brings. Driving a Lamborghini Miura. Today's video is presented in partnership with Hampson Auctions, one of the UK's leading classic, performance and supercar auction houses. Their next sale takes place on the 9th of March at the magnificent Bolesworth Castle in Cheshire. So you join me back in the Lotus Emira. Just picked it up from Rhineland Lotus Bristol. They looked after me really well again, as usual. Lovely coffee when I arrived, nice and relaxed environment. And they asked me to check the car over to make sure I was absolutely happy with the car before I took it away, with regards to its looks and obviously the way they've cared for it, etc. The car looks absolutely pristine. They've given it a really good clean on the outside and a good clean on the inside as well. It's great to be back in the Emira again. Yes, that X125e was nice and I did enjoy driving it. Surprisingly enjoyed driving it. But there's nothing like this Lotus Emira. I absolutely love this car. And this Lotus Emira now should be one of the most sorted Lotus Emira that actually exists, because there are no problems with it now. Hopefully there's no problems with it. So to correct the wind noise with the door, they've pulled the door in a little bit more and it seems to have corrected it. I'm on the motorway at the moment and it seems to be nice and quiet. And with regards to the climate control sensor not being able to sense the temperature, they had to order in a new sensor for the climate control, which is what they thought it was, and they couldn't ascertain that beforehand because they had to get the climate control working properly, so they had to change the resistor pack first. And now they've been able to assess it properly. They noted that a sensor had failed, and what they've done is they've ordered that new sensor in and they've had that sensor replaced. So again, they've pushed money at it and resolved the problem. So initially it looks like the climate control is sorted because it's sensing the temperature properly now, and it's nice and comfortable in here. I've set it to 21 degrees and it's nice and comfortable. It feels like 21 degrees, so all seems fine. I'll give you a report to give you a final close down on all these issues, to give you a summary of exactly how everything has gone and if all the issues are resolved. But at the moment everything seems fine, so really happy, and thanks again to Rhineland Lotus Bristol for looking after me. So the next video you'll get will be a full update on all these issues and the closeout of all these issues, and then from then on hopefully it will just be, you'll get videos with me driving the car and, you know, driving it in a spirited fashion and having fun and telling you about how fantastic the car is, which it is. It is a fantastic car. So this is what driving a Lotus is all about. Down some nimble Cotswold country roads, nice and agile car, some nice sort of turns, sharpish turns. Car turns in lovely. Down the gear, turn it in, accelerate out the corner. Fantastic. Brakes are awesome as well on this car. This is what it's all about, guys. This is what it's all about. Absolutely fantastic. I'll shut up now and let you just enjoy some of the driving on this sublime Lotus. By the way, for those interested, I'm currently driving in sports mode. I've switched it out of touring mode, which is the common driving mode that it starts up in. I usually do that. I usually drive it in sports mode. Why would you drive it in touring mode? I rarely drive it in track mode, very rarely, because it turns the traction control quite a bit down, and I don't think that's a good idea, so I tend to drive it in sports mode. to do, put a smile on your face. That's exactly what it does. Oh, policeman. Oh, nasty accident there. Don't know if you can see that, guys. Very nasty. Are you looking to buy a supercar or sports car? We can help you. Rich Reviews makes the luxury car buying process simple and stress-free. Whether you're looking to buy your first supercar or add a car to your collection, our services include expert telephone support calls, pre-purchase inspection and car collection videos. Rich Reviews takes care of all the details so you can just sit back and enjoy a hassle-free purchase process. But don't just take our word for it, check out some of the testimonials from our customers below. Contact us today via the comments below or at the following email address. Thank you for your time. And for those who talk about the sports suspension being too harsh, yes, I mean, it makes the car a little bit more nervous possibly than the normal touring setup. But honestly, it's a sports car, you know. You're supposed to have sports suspension and it's not that harsh at all. Of course, I am used to driving a lot of other supercars which have a lot harsher suspension setups, but it really isn't that harsh. It's very compliant for a sports setup. It's just great. I'm really pleased I managed to find a Lotus Emira with a sports setup because, as you know, I ordered the car originally brand new with a sports setup and I really wanted that as well, and I was very fortunate this car came along because the sports setup is actually quite a rare option for you guys. Most of you guys configure touring as an option when you buy these cars new or when you configure these cars new. But I was really keen to have the sports setup because it's a sports car, therefore in my opinion it should have a sports suspension setup, and I wanted to drive it as a sports car. So we've just come to the end of our spirited drive. I hope you enjoyed that, guys.
You've arrived. Destination is on your right.
I've arrived. I wonder if they're open. It's very quiet. Closed. Bollocks.